Well. Look what we have here. It looks like the Cleveland Browns season got a little weird, didn't it? Wasn't that the sentiment that they were telling us all through training camp that things will have to get really weird for Shedeur Sanders to see the field this year in a Cleveland Browns jersey? Well, today we got some exciting news. Let's go over it. So, breaking news today, the Cleveland Browns have traded old man Joe Flacco to their rivals, or one of their in conference rivals, Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I want you guys to remember when Joe Burrow went down with the injuries, they called the Cleveland Browns. It was a story that they called the Cleveland Browns and was asking about quarterbacks, and they said no. Because I don't think it was Joe Flacco that they were calling for. I believe earlier in the year, Miami called for quarterbacks, and it wasn't Joe Flacco either. The Raiders called for quarterbacks, wasn't Joe Flacco either. So after weeks of seeing, what is his name, Jake Browning, put on these performances, it looks like they just finally came to, realization that they needed somebody else under the helm. If Jake Browning is going to continue throwing 900 interceptions, only trailing Geno Smith. Oh, another team that passed on Shedeur as well. Anyway, Joe Flacco is now gone. Shedeur Sanders is now QB2. Now, I know I sat up here on these streams on my different platforms, and people were telling me that Shedeur is never playing. He's not going to play. He's not good enough. He's not putting in the work. All these other things, right? Believing these stories and these narratives that are coming out by minions and pawns and uh, brain dead media zombies that are just out here spewing disgusting racial undertone, stereotypical stories and talking points every single day. It's like they just have, some marching orders that they have to follow every Tuesday. Is we have to talk bad about Shador because we're going to actually do the opposite. Right? Doesn't it seem like a trend? It's like every Tuesday there's something happening. Joe Flacco gets traded. Shador's mime interview, other interviews. Dylan Gabriel's getting down to the starter. Joe Flacco getting benched. Shador's being the number three. Bailey Zappi's coming. Kenny Pickett get traded. Like I know Tuesday is like really like a active day for the NFL because usually don't practice on Monday. Tuesday everybody get back to it. So now we have to use our brains and we're saying, okay, did they trade Joe Flacco out of necessity? What did they get for Joe Flacco? So the Browns are trading Joe Flacco and a sixth round draft pick to the Bengals for a fifth round draft pick. So they pretty much just said, hey, we'll give you a lower draft pick and Joe Flacco for a earlier draft pick. Now they traded Kenny Pickett for a fifth. They drafted Shedeur with a fifth, and now they're trading Joe Flacco for a fifth. Seems just oddly coincidental, right? So you remember where we're getting all of these narratives and all of these reports like Shador is getting extra reps. Shador's they're doing their best to try to get Shador up to speed and trying to let him learn the playbook and get comfortable in the offense and he's getting extra reps after practice and all these other things. Well, do you guys not remember when Shador had that interview? I believe it was with Mary Kay, right? And he was telling her like, "Hey, I know you guys can't see practice anymore, but you got to believe me. Like, we're lighting it up over there. We're doing really good over there. We're making things happen. We're explosive. Like, we're going against Miles Garrett and the best defense in the league, or one of the top defense in the league, and I'm having a blast. I'm coming along. It's looking real good. Y'all remember that? Let's take a look at it. All right, so here we go. Here's the interview, or part of the interview that Shador gave to Mary Kay, and just listen to what he's saying.
our connection really, really good. He spent the summer with me, of course, but a lot of other guys that's even out there with us, the connection's crazy. Y'all not able to go out there practice to see it though. That's the only thing. But it's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. But take my word for it. Take my word. I'm trustworthy. Hey, we're ready. We're ready. Gaze.
All right. So this is Shedeur letting the media know, hey, we're ready. We out there doing our thing. Things are getting explosive during practice, during these scout reps. We're going against the best defense, and we're ready. We're doing it. Things are coming along. We ain't struggling out there. We're getting to it. We're putting belt to ass. So then we get the next interview, right? And what's the next interview?
Podcast, and he said he gave you advice to stay ready and said that your time is going to come, that he believes it's going to come shortly. So what was just your reaction to him saying that?
Just some, I focus on each and every day on what I got to do. And just because where I am on a depth chart, don't let that dictate, my mindset each and every day because you don't know whatever will happen or what could happen. So it's really, just keeping the mindset of just staying locked in, staying into everything, and remaining focused on the main thing.
Do you feel like you're kind of close to getting to where you want to be in terms of, getting a chance to play this year?
I don't think playing or not playing, is in my hands. I don't think. I think based on the situation, it's if things happen, things pan out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'll be ready to play. I said I'm ready to play right now.
He had a great quote where he said, you know, uh, you don't learn anything. I've never sat on the bench and said, I learned a lot today. Yeah. Do you agree with him on that? What were your thoughts when he said that?
Everybody perspective. So that's not nothing in my place to answer. That's nothing I can't answer, not answer. But I know for sure I'm not. I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that.
That's all we need to hear. Basically told your ass, I don't need to be sitting back here to learn anything. I need to get my hands dirty. Hey, the quarterback play, he looked over his shoulder. He was making sure he ain't see Dylan and Joe Flacco behind him. Like, yeah, I can do better than this shit. I can do better than what they doing out here, man. Come on, bro. Jake Brown and Geno Smith. The list goes on and on. I can do better than these dudes. Come on, man. But it's been a lot of little tea leaves, little evidence, little trail, little breadcrumbs been left behind through these media interviews, and even the media themselves. They all been switching tones. Everybody's turning on Kevin Stefanski now. Now there's this whole perception of expectations, right? Why is there all of a sudden expectations in Cleveland? I can only tell you one person. It's Shedeur Sanders. Now I know everybody's gonna be like, "You're a Glazer. He's a fifth round draft pick. He's not even starting. Dylan Gabriel." Let me ask you a question. When you talk to people that are Cleveland Browns fans, are anybody happy with Dylan Gabriel playing? They're content. They're not high. They're not low. They don't care. He doesn't move the needle for them. If he comes in and wins games, they don't think he's the solution. They don't think that even if he wins every game now, they'd be like, oh, that's our franchise quarterback. Nobody believes in him, right? And that's up to Dylan to change that narrative. That's not up to the fans. That's not up to anybody else. That's up to Dylan Gabriel to change everybody's perception of that. But there's one person on the roster that they believe can change the entire trajectory of the Cleveland Browns, and that's Shedeur Sanders, because everybody believes that he's a franchise quarterback. And I'm not talking about the people that don't believe in him, that don't care about him, that think he's garbage, that think he's overrated, and all those other things, because those people didn't watch tape, those people didn't watch football, those people don't even acknowledge or even understand quarterbacking. They see ball go person, good job. That's all they care about. And the only thing that they run their mouths about Shedeur is about how many sacks he took. Well, guess what? Cam Ward's getting his ass sacked all over the place. Jackson Dart is getting his ass sacked all over the place. These same people were getting sacked in college. Or might have gotten sacked sacked the most in college when he was at Colorado. There was a reason. These other people were playing at high pristine schools with the highest recruiting class and NIL bags to give out to all their players, and they still were getting sacked. But we don't hold them accountable. We don't even put that narrative on them, right? Jackson Dart plays the Eagles in 2 days on Thursday. I'll be streaming it. I'll be there. We're going to be watching it because the Giants passed on drafting Shedeur. It came out that the general manager and the owner wanted to draft Shedeur, and it was Brian Dable that wanted to get Jackson Dart. And that's why those stories about Shedeur came out. And I sat here and I told people months ago. I even went on the radio. It's on here. I even went on the radio and I told the radio host, yeah, the Giants were signaling to their fans that they're not going to draft Shedeur, right? That they're not going to draft Shedeur, that they want to get Jackson Dart. And the only way that you can make it make sense is if you put something out about this kid that was completely wrong and false, and everybody else ran with it. And here we are, week 5, going into week 6 of the season. Cleveland Browns are 1-4. Dylan Gabriel is still up. Shedeur, you're right there. Dylan Gabriel goes in this game and get hurt. Shedeur, you're up. Now they might elevate Bailey Zappi and put him at QB2, just so Shedeur doesn't go in and have to play under Dylan Gabriel's playbook or all these other things. They might do that. I wouldn't even be opposed to it. Hey, do whatever you got to do. Dylan Gabriel, you got 3 games. You better hope that you don't. You better hope that it don't look bad against the Steelers. You better hope it don't look bad against Miami. Because if it looks bad against Miami and you give Miami a win, sorry Dylan, you're sitting down Shedeur. You're in for New England. If it doesn't look bad, Dylan Gabriel, you get to play the New England Patriots. Shedeur, we'll see you. We'll see you at the new at the Jets. We'll see you at the Jets after the bye week. You're gonna get 2 weeks to get prepared. We're gonna change the playbook. You get 2 weeks. We're gonna make it a little explosive. We're gonna get plays downfield. Let's go. That's where we're at. That's where the Cleveland Browns are at. We went from and I'm saying we as in I'm indoctrinated into this culture now because I'm here for Shedeur, right? Went from a 4 quarterback competition to a 2 quarterback competition. Both veterans are gone. Joe, go to Cincinnati. Kenny Pickett, go to Las Vegas Raiders. How's Kenny Pickett doing anyway? He's still sitting on the bench. Wow, couldn't beat out the kids over here. Can't beat out Geno Smith throwing 9 picks over there. I think the right decision was made. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Shedeur Sanders QB2, right? Shedeur Sanders is now quarterback 2 after Joe Flacco has been traded per Cameron Wolf. It's confirmed. He's QB2. It would be kind of hard for them to confirm that he's quarterback 2 on the team and then go activate Bailey Zappi and put him as QB2, right? That would be poor signaling, poor communication with your fans. So we're going to see 2 rookies roll into Pittsburgh, and it's a 1-2 combo. Dylan, don't go out here and letting Jalen Ramsey get pick sixes on you. Don't go out here and let TJ Watt go crazy on you. Don't go out here and let the Steelers manhandle you. Don't go out here and let Aaron Rodgers go crazy on the defense because you're not even sustaining any drives. And the next thing you know, it's 31-0, and it's the third quarter going into the fourth quarter, and just like you was getting garbage time reps for Joe Flacco, now it's Shedeur coming in for those reps. Oh, don't let Shedeur go in there and get a good drive off. Don't let him go in there and get a good drive off. Don't let it look better. Don't let a deep ball happen. Don't let the team look energized and look like they get that extra jolt, that extra life in their system that they said that you was going to give to the offense, but all you did was put 17 points on the board and do absolutely nothing. Yeah, you threw 2 touchdowns. Whoop-de-doo. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. You played it safe. You didn't take no risk downfield. You didn't do anything but what the coach told you to do. Keep dunking the ball off, dunking the ball off, dunking the ball off. Hey, eventually, Quinshawn Judkins is going to run for 200 yards. Keep dunking the ball off. Keep dunking it off. Throw it in the flat. You can hit Njoku over the middle one time. Late, the pass was late, but hey, we'll give you that. But now it's pressure's on. The face, the face that the fans want, the face that the league is plastering all over the place. The talking point since the draft. A lot of people's considered QB1 or 2 in the draft. He's behind you now. You were elevated through this whole process. You got the benefit of the doubt and you got drafted in third round ahead of Shedeur. You got the benefit of the doubt and you were QB2 or QB3 during training camp. You got the benefit of the doubt and you became QB2 during training camp. You got the benefit of the doubt and you got the most reps during the offseason. You got the benefit of the doubt and you were the QB2 going into the season. You were one snap away from playing in multiple games. You should have been playing after the Green Bay game. Joe was able to squeeze out just enough life so you didn't have to play the Lions. If you would have been playing the Lions, this move happens a week earlier. And we're talking about after you play the Vikings, and now people are saying, "Hey yo, let's give Dylan one more week. Let's give Dylan the Steelers and then Shedeur time." You see how close things play in this league? You don't have that much time left, Dylan. You have to go out here and ball. And I'm not gonna sit here and say if you ball, I won't care, and all those other things. If you ball, I'm gonna give you your props. If you ball, and I'm gonna do the breakdown every week after the game, all 22 film. We're gonna watch every snap. But when your time is called, because they're gonna call it, regardless of how you play, they're gonna call it. I hope you just put enough points on the board to where Shador gets in. You got enough leeway. Because if I believe in the way that I think Shador is going to play, and that comes to fruition, you're not getting back on the field, brother. And the only way they made him QB2 is if they had the same confidence that in Shador that they had in you to beat Joe Flacco's backup. Because they said that you were so processor, you know everything. It's not going to be a problem. They're very secure if you go in and have to play the game. And now they feel the same way about Shador. Life comes at you fast. Cleveland Browns fan, life comes at you fast. You're getting what you wanted now. He's here. He's ready. You know, they had to put him in a little microwave, little crock pot, let him bake for a little bit. But it's time. It's time. So we will be keeping our eyes on everything. This week is going to probably be a lot of media coming out. Going to be probably a lot of stories about practice and things like that. We're going to keep our ears to the streets. We're going to make sure we keep the information. I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing a little clips from practice, some little footage of some throws, some plays, some sequences. You're going to start seeing that stuff coming out. I'm pretty sure probably next week. Just remember, I told you. If Shador starts by New England, the Jets, just remember, I sat here weeks ago and I said Shador is going to be playing by New England. Joe Flacco should have been out. He should not have played the Lions game. He bought himself an extra week, so it pushed back my thing an extra week. So it's New England, New Jersey. It's in that window. Plays New England, gets the bye, gets the New Jersey, the Jets week prep. So you can go get some valuable game reps. Now you got 2 weeks to work on whatever you put on the film on the game rep, and then you keep it moving. Let's see how things plays out. I'll be here. We'll be watching every game. But I just know when it's time for Shador to get in, I just want him to make sure that he's completely focused. It's time to seize the moment. There's no more going back. There's no second chances. They didn't want you to be a first round draft pick. They didn't want you to be a second round draft pick. They didn't want you to be a third round draft pick. They didn't want you to be a fourth round draft pick. They didn't want then they barely made you be a fifth round draft pick. They wanted you to be a QB4. Some people wanted you to be a QB5. They didn't want you to be a QB3. They wanted you to stay at QB3. Well, you're QB2 now. Some people were saying Bailey Zappi was supposed to get in before you. So when it's your turn, Shador, don't give him a chance. Don't give him a chance to go back. Keep the position. Be the franchise changer. Be the savior. They're talking about drafting a quarterback in 2026, and you just need to throw your wrist up and tell them, I don't got time for that. Go give me some weapons. Go give me an O line. Let's bolster up our defense. Let's go for the championship. Let's get a new coach. Oh, Kevin Stefanski, your clock is ticking. You're the offensive guru. We better see improvement for Dylan by next week, and we better see a different playbook when Shedeur gets in. I don't want to see no more dinking and dunking. I need to see passes over the middle. I need to see throws down the field. I don't think it's so crazy that we got defenses just sitting in zone and just begging you to throw the ball deep, going in cover one and blowing the coverage and having a tight end run down the seam wide open with his hands in the air. You're on the clock, brother. It's your job. And I'm telling you, the best bet for you to keep your job is Shedeur Sanders. And with that, I'll see you guys later.